Well, as promised, we're here in front of the one of Edelbrock's Cray motors, and this thing's looks like it's got pretty much everything you could get, possibly minus the supercharger. So tell us what we got here.
Well, we put this together to showcase our complement of LS1 products for the SEMA show. And what you're looking at here, I mean, if I can go down the list, starting with the very essentials of Edelbrock's core, we have our cylinder heads, our cam installed in this motor. We have our Victor Jr. LS1 EFI intake manifold, outfitted with our upper plenum that clears the hood height on a Camaro or a Firebird. We have our 90 millimeter throttle body, mechanically operated. We also have a brand new EFI system that's very, very cool. This is our next generation of our ProFlow, and this is called our ProFlow XT. What you're seeing here is a system that is a flash program ECU. It has a coil driver, which will operate the coils on LS1s as well as your 4.6 or your late model Hemis. And what people love about Edelbrock's ProFlow EFI is that it's very user-friendly. We equip it with this calibration module that allows you to change your fuel and your spark. You can change your idle settings without the use of a laptop, and that's great. But when we get into the higher skill set of today's consumer, a lot of them like to laptop tune. So with the ProFlow XT, we're going to give you the calibration module for simple tuning, but if you want to do a full custom tune, you're going to have software that you can plug and play your laptop in and do a full custom tune. 2 tuning strategies. This will handle a speed density system. It'll handle an alpha N tuning strategy for the race guy who just wants to reference throttle position versus RPM. It's a fully sequential system, so the tuning is very exact and timing is perfect. So we're very excited about the ProFlow XT, and it will complement the LS1 product line. We're going to have it available for the regular small block Chevy, the small block Ford. Anything that we make EFI for now, we will have available with the ProFlow XT. Now back to the LS1, some of the products that they're a little covered up and maybe you can't see them, is we have our 2-piece timing cover on here, which for obvious reasons saves you a lot of time and headaches on a cam swap. We have our 2-piece water pump. We have a valley cover. I know it's hard to see, but if you're doing like this EFI setup and you don't need the factory knock sensors, the thing is a big, bulky, unsightly piece. So we just made a valley cover to clean that up. And one of the most visually impactful products on this motor are the coil covers. And we brought them here. These are not production yet. We wanted to get feedback from the community here at SEMA, and the feedback has been outstanding. So you will see these coil covers in 2008 from Edelbrock.
Awesome. It almost kind of gives the motor kind of a retro look, because the LS motors are very modern looking motors, especially with the coil packs on top of the valve covers. I wouldn't say it's an ugly motor, but it's definitely a modern look. So I'm sure the guys would like the power and the flexibility of the LS, but maybe want something a little kind of with more of a classic look.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this motor is crossing all barriers. You're now seeing it in street rods. You're seeing it in muscle cars. And, I will say that it's ugly. I mean, from the factory, it's ugly. Why do you think they put the covers on the Corvette? The coils are just, they're very OE, just bland, boring. And that's one of the biggest complaints of the LS1 motor is getting rid of those coils, moving them, covering them up with something. So we wanted to bring a design that appealed to the street rod consumer. We will do another design that will appeal to the late model consumer to give it a little more of a, an aggressive look. But I've been at street rod events. I've talked to consumers who have physically removed their factory intake manifold and spent $3,000 on a custom EFI manifold just because they didn't like the way the factory manifold looked. So we have a full complement of aesthetically pleasing products as well as performance building products.
A whole package, right?
Absolutely. That's what Edelbrock is all about.